I made this top in 1 hour and I'm going to show you how you can do that too. I've seen so many of you are making the Gia Dress sewing pattern this summer and it really is a perfect summer dress, but I've realised you can also make it into a camisole. So in this video I'm going to take you along and show you how I hacked the Gia Dress pattern to make the perfect summer camisole top. So I'm going to use this fabric right here. It's a really lovely dusty pink and white stretch fabric. If I give you a close-up, this is what that looks like. It has these really lovely lines across the fabric, and this is actually a cotton jersey fabric, so it's going to be really nice and lightweight for summer. To make this top you do need to use stretchy fabric, and I recommend things like cotton jersey or jersey. The fun thing about this pattern is the fact it has a contrast binding neckline and armhole finish, and I've got this really lovely red rib knit fabric that I'm going to use around the neckline and the armholes. If you've never actually heard of the Gia Dress sewing pattern, I have been living in it. It's one of my own sewing patterns. I have had so much love for this dress, and you can see everyone's versions on Instagram if you search the hashtag Tammy Handmade Gia, and then you can scroll through and see everyone's makes. So this pattern comes with a shelf bra, and this is the pattern pieces we're going to use to make the top version. So ordinarily if you're sewing this dress you can have the shelf bra sewn into the dress, you don't have to wear a bra with it, but we're going to use these to actually make a top instead. I'm going to go ahead and cut my fabric out and get into sewing. So I've got my pattern pieces cut out behind me, and now I have the top pattern piece cut out for the main bodice but also the shelf bra, and this is what that looks like. So I've got two pieces of fabric here. The shorter one is the shelf bra, and then the longer one, when we added 2 inches, is the main fabric for the top. And then I've also got the binding pieces cut out for the neckline and the armhole. So the first thing we need to do is actually sew the side seams of the main top and also the shelf bra, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I've gone ahead and sewn the side seams together for the shelf bra but also the front of the top. If I give you a close-up, this is what that looks like. You can see the zigzag stitches on the front and the back. When you're sewing this top you definitely need to use a zigzag stitch. You can use an overlocker too, but I'm just showing you a very beginner friendly way of making this on your sewing machine. Now we're going to focus on the shelf bra of this top, and I'm going to put elastic into the hem so it gives us a bit of support. So I've gone ahead and pressed the bottom of the shelf bra. This is the bottom edge here, and as you can see I've pressed it towards the wrong side by 3/4 of an inch. Now that we're done that, we're actually going to sew around the entire hem but leave a 2-inch gap at the back. And that is what that looks like. You can see I've used a zigzag stitch all along, and I've also left a 2-inch gap at the back. To make the shelf bra fitted, we then need to take some 1/2 inch wide elastic. This is one that I use. It's nice and stretchy, and in the pattern I tell you what length elastic to cut out for your size, but once you have that, we're now going to put that into the hem of the top. So I've just sewn the elastic together, and this is what that looks like. You can see I've just used a zigzag stitch to sew the ends together. Now I'm just going to stretch the hem of the top to evenly distribute the elastic. Now all we need to do is basically finish off sewing that gap that we left on the sewing machine on the back of the top. So this is the shelf bra now that I've finished sewing the gap that we left at the back. So I've got the top in front of me, and this is the one that's longer, and this is actually the wrong side facing out. And what I'm going to do is make sure the front is in front of me like this. And then I'm going to take the back piece and make sure the right side is facing out. So this is the right side of the fabric. And I'm going to align that along the neckline and the armhole. So I'm just going to literally put that inside. And I'm going to align the necklines and the armholes and pin that all along. So as you can see, I've basically clipped along the armholes and the neckline all the way around, and this is the back of the top and that's the front. And what we're going to do is baste these two pieces together, so the shelf bra with the main top, at the neckline and the armholes all the way around. Now I like to use a stitch length of around 1.5 and just make sure I keep it within the seam allowance. I'm going to do it around 0.2 inches away from the edge. Now I've got my front top in front of me, and this is the right side facing out, and inside here we've got our shelf bra, and I've also got my neckline binding piece with the right side facing up. What we're going to do is take the binding piece and place that underneath the front neckline, and then align that all along and pin that in place. So this is what that neck binding looks like now that I've sewn that in place. I'm going to fold the top edge over by 1 centimeter, so like that. And I'm going to press that in place. And then I'm going to fold this once more and cover that original stitching line and clip that in place. And now it's been clipped, I'm going to sew that along the edge using a zigzag stitch. So this is what that neckline looks like now that I've sewn that in place. I've also just pressed it once more to make it nice and flat. As you can see, we've got these loose edges here. I'm just going to get some scissors and cut this off. And now that's the front neckline sewn. I'm going to do the exact same for the back neckline. So I've just gone ahead and sewn the back neckline. As you can see, the bottom one is the back neckline and the top is the front, and that is actually the necklines completely sewn. What we're going to do now is focus on sewing the armholes. Now it's a very similar process to how we sewed the necklines, and the armhole binding will be much longer. What we're going to do is fold it in half with the right sides together like this. And we're going to sew along that short edge using a zigzag stitch or an overlocker. So I've got my top in front of me and I've got one of the armhole binding, and if I open that up you can see it makes like a circular shape. What I'm going to do is turn this to the right side like that, and then I'm also going to make sure my top is the right side facing up, and I'm going to align the armhole binding side seam with the side seam of the top like this. I'm then going to pin the rest of the armhole to the binding. So as you can see, I've pinned the arm binding to the armhole. I'm now going to sew along this edge. I'm going to leave this section free. So I've just sewn the arm binding to the armhole, and that's what that looks like. Now you can definitely press this section with the iron like we did, pressing the seam up, but it can be quite tricky. Instead, what I'm going to do is just finger press it with my fingers, and then again, like we did with the neckline, I'm going to fold it over by 1 centimeter, and then fold it over again, and clip that in place all along the armhole. So I've done that all along the armhole. Now we need to focus on making the strap. If I zoom you in, you can see the strap already starts to roll in on itself. In the same way, we're just going to fold the edge here under by 1 centimeter. Again, fold the top edge under by 1 centimeter, and then fold that again to create the strap, and we'll pin this in place. So now the strap has been pinned all along. I'm going to sew this again at the sewing machine, really close to the edge like we did with the neckline. So that's the strap sewn. As you can see, I did the exact same process for the other side, and now the top is pretty much finished. I really love how this contrast binding works with this fabric. All you have to do now is basically finish the hem of the top, and how I like to do that is literally by taking the bottom edge and folding it under once by 1/2 inch, pressing it in place, and then folding it again and sewing along the entire hem. And this is the final Gia top. As you can see, it looks so cute. That's the front, and the back looks like that. I really do love that red contrast binding with that kind of peachy white fabric. Let me show you what it looks like on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I hacked the Gia dress into this really cute summer top. You can find the sewing pattern on my website. I've left a link down below as well. I have been living in my Gia dress, and now that I know I can hack it into a top, it's going to be perfect for my summer wardrobe. I mean, summer is nearly over in the UK, but I still think it's going to be really cute for spring, summer, and again, you can even layer this for winter with the cardigan on top. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking of making this top, and I'll see you in the next one.